Right now you're watching Blatantly Blunt TV, alright?
What's up? It's your boy Token, and right now you are locked in to Blatantly Blunt. So stay blatant and stay blunt.
Way I act broke at the backbone of the trap, so fans don't with the rap flows, get a crap load. Ammo like a Castro when he had foes, that go like a Gacko. Yeah,
It definitely didn't happen, it happened organically in the way that I was doing it by myself, but I've always been real strategic with how I put everything together. Even when I started releasing music on the internet when I was 10, So and now even then I was real strategic with like how the titles were and how the descriptions were. I've always wanted it. I'm an artist and beyond just making the music. Just from the way it looks and the feel of everything. So I was definitely real strategic with how I put everything together from the jump, and I just kept building it and building it, and to me it doesn't feel like anything happens suddenly, because to me I've been doing this since I've been releasing music since I was like 10. It sounds crazy.
Hey, no! I ain't done this in a while, man. Let's go.
When I found out that going to Sway was a possibility, I made the decision that this is going to be the biggest thing of my career to date. A lot of people go to Sway and I feel like I feel like they take the opportunity for granted in some ways, and they just come with like some basic stuff, the stuff they do every day. I made the decision that this was going to be the biggest video I've ever done. So I just spent a ton of time putting it together and practicing. As a while, man. Like I spent a while. It turned out that I originally had like 250 bars for Sway.
Oh shit!
But it was crazy. I've told the story a couple of times, but basically, I thought I was getting my own segment, so I had like double the material. But then the day before, I found out that I was actually going to Cypher, so I was like, maybe they'll let me do 100. So the night before, I was just rearranging everything and taking my favorite parts and putting it together, and it worked out, man. It was the biggest video of my career when that happened. So it's just about realize I grew up watching Sway. I've seen all the Sway videos, so it's like I knew how big that opportunity could be, and I just took full advantage of it.
So I'm a lasso in the back row, bad hole. Trust a bad nose like a lasso. That goal never hassle, cause I'm bassful. That's no fucking fact though, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, I love to learn, man. I love to learn I love to see different people's perspectives. I spend a lot of time watching interviews of artists, if I listen to them or if I don't, like clothing people to my favorite rappers, to my favorite singers, like really everybody. I don't really listen to anybody who I don't watch the interviews of, just to see their mindset and their perspective. And I just love to learn, man. And life right now is, I don't have to do much by myself because life is changing so quickly for me. So I'm already seeing all these different parts of the world and meeting all these different people and learning about different cultures. So it's really happening naturally. But when I'm home, I make sure to, be watching interviews and just keep and go out, keep my mind stimulated. So it's not like I have the same ideas that I had last week, because then I just feel like I'm not, forget growing as an artist. I feel like I'm not growing as a person. You know what I mean? So I really keep that in mind from day to day basis.
Oh, I got a pretty fan waiting in a minivan, dumber than a brickin' man. I don't really give a damn. She want me to give a damn, follow on her Instagram. Baby, that's a big demand for a little tramp. Whoa, now she calling me a prick again. Really, man?
Which three? It's funny. When I started doing the when I started realizing that I can do the rapping fast thing, it was before I was even really listening to because when I started that, I didn't even know who people who like Hopsin or Tech Nine or Machine Gun Kelly or these guys were until a little bit later. It's kind of funny how that happened, but I would say like Ludacris, when he would do some fast stuff, what he would do occasionally, fast stuff back in the day, And man, I'm trying to think of like my early like, mind frame, but I think a lot of it was Ludacris, because he would change up the flow and then go fast for like 2 bars or a bar, and I'd be like, woo, like that was crazy.
Definitely.
Just the way he would change up the flow. So that definitely inspired me to do that. I just kind of realized that I could do that earlier and practiced it, and I realized that people got excited about it, and I still do it. But a lot of my music coming is not really like, that's just like a thing I got in my side pocket. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't want to be defined
Yeah.
And not that I need to say that, because my music it will speak for itself when it comes out. But yeah, that's just like I just think it's fun to do, so I do it.
And I hate these artist groupies, cause I ain't got any, man. I'm too strange, bizarre, and goofy. They like, the way he swears so hard confused me. Less than a month ago, he wasn't even allowed in rated R.
The worst trait about me is that I am so bad with names.
Yeah.
And I could probably tell you way more people, but I honestly forget. But I am a huge Skepta fan, man. I love Skepta, and I know that's like the cliche one, because I know everyone out there is messing with him. But definitely hip to what Skepta is building, and it's amazing. And you know,
you can tell I got the Jewish awkward nose. What the fuck is up with that obnoxious bone? Just look at the amount that my nostrils hold. None of you motherfuckers as strong as those. I got a body build on my face.
You know, I look up to dudes like, you know, the ones who put it down before me, like Terminology and Rex and Slain and all those dudes I'm super cool with now. So, I'm always supporting what they got going on, and it's just cool to see people who've been in the game for so long and still at it. But new school, Jordan Lucas is my homie. I was on tour with him, and he's killing it. I'm a fan of Cousin Stiz, who's out here killing it too. There's a lot of talent, man. There's a lot of time. I could go on for days, but Jordan Lucas and Cousin Stiz are 2 dudes that are really getting their name out, and supporting them like 100%.
You bite my lyrics, you bite the I got this game in my hood. The alphabet is my rush. That's why sick is spelled with the I, and suck is spelled with a U. Cause I am sick and you.
The next project, man, I'm working on a bunch of new music, and I think right now I want to release a couple singles just to show people in what direction I can do, which direction I can go, and how many different styles I can really do, and just show the world that. And then it's time for the next project, next full-length project. But first, I need to show everybody who Token really is as an artist, because I'm not some dude who's just walking down the street.
Kato! And I ain't done this in a while, man.